patient. So I'll just go through the same thing, and you know, it's always going to come back to the same spot, just how you get there. On a scale of 0 to 10, worst discomfort you can imagine above the shoulders is a 10. How many mornings a week do you wake up with a 0, you feel fabulous? Hesitation.
5.
5 mornings a week you feel fabulous.
I'm not as big a migraine sufferer, I guess, but yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, how big a sufferer do you need to be before you're legitimate? So 5 mornings a week you feel fabulous. What do you do the other 2 mornings a week?
What number?
Yeah. Do you have a number 2 mornings a week?
Probably a 3, 4.
You ever wake up with a 5 or a 6?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, probably a 3 or 4. But it could be a 5 or a 6. They aim low. And you get to say, okay, are there ever a week that you wake up with 4 days of having a number when you wake up instead of just 2?
Yes.
Could you have episodes of time where you have more numbers than you do zeros upon waking?
Yes.
But usually it's 5 days a week you have a 0.
Yes.
They aim low. Because they don't want to say, you know, a lot of times I'll go with, I have a number when I wake up. No, you know, 5 days a week I have a 0. So right now I'm confirming that this might be a sleep disorder because she doesn't sleep the same every single night. Some nights you sleep great. Some nights you wake up to go to the bathroom. Some nights you can't fall asleep at all. Some nights you sleep weird some weeks you sleep weird for, and then you sleep great. So I'm just making sure that we'll have streaks of time. There's morning headaches. It's not unusual. If you woke up with a 5, would you be shocked?
No.
No. So that's not unusual for her. That's what I wanted to confirm because it could have thrown somebody, oh, wait a minute, 5 days a week you have a 0. That's pretty good, isn't it? That's why I thought, well, how bad does it need to be? I wonder how bad it can get. So sometimes you can wake up with a 5 or a 6. The days you wake up with a 0, how frequently do you finish the day with a 0? Not always.
75%.
Okay. When do you get your, now, okay, so I'm not, you know what, I'm going to go the other direction now. I'm going to go, I've been aiming low, seeing where the foundation is. I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to see where the pinnacle is. How frequently do you get the worst headaches you can imagine?
About 3 times a month.
And how many days a week, how many days does a bad one last?
48 hours, 2 days.
2 days, 3 times a month. 6 days a month, she's got the worst. 24 days a month, we're going to talk about. If 24 days a month you don't feel fabulous all day long, the days you have the worst, did you wake up with a 0?
Sometimes I'll wake up with a 6 or 7 and it lasts for the 48 hours, or sometimes I'll wake up with a 0 and it'll escalate from there.
Now I'm going to ask her about her triggers, because the first thing I'm thinking is her sleep pattern can initiate a headache upon waking. But if the chronic fatigue is always there and she woke up with a 0, could a stressful event trigger the spindles to kick in and create a headache because something just didn't go right and blah, blah, blah gives me a headache? Does blah, blah, blah give you a headache?
Yes.
What gives you a headache? Sitting in front of you guys is bugging me.
I'm starting to get one now.
Here it comes. There it is.
I'm sure stress, any type of stress-related event would trigger a headache. Sometimes nothing that I know of.
Okay.
I just get one.
Is there anything that you kind of feel like, I'll tell you right now, if I or if it was, blah, blah, that would give me a headache. Is there something you could fill in the blank there?
No.
Okay. What number do you have right now?
About a 2.
Okay. Want to go for a 4? So now here's the person who's aimed low. She's at a 2. It's not a 6. I'm not throwing up. It's not a bad. It's not one of those 6 days a month that I have migraine pain. So let's move your thing right here. And just sit down and face everybody. So this person has a 2. And you say, okay, how bad does that hurt, right?
About a 4.
Okay. I'm going to have to say, well, you know what, that's going to be normal for you. That amount of pressure is that amount of discomfort, okay? Okay, so there, I'm done. You know, do the master, the lateral pterygoid. No. Yeah.
Jim, when you did a 4 there, where were you bracing on the back of the head?
No, back here. Only, you know why I had to...
You got in the low there.
Yeah, and it's because she's higher than me. Normally the patient is in the chair and their head's against the headrest. And
Are you saying?
yeah, where was the 4, or was it was a
Right
4?
where the pressure was,
Okay.
right where your finger was.
And I'm wondering if if I try to brace and do the base of the skull back there. Is that?
Yeah, that
Okay.
works.
So that's a great point. And when I do the palpation on the side of their head, I get my hand instinctively really wide to brace the whole side of their head. So I'm not putting pressure over here, so I can just get it absolutely balanced. The same force is going this way as that way, and I find a spot and press on it. And so when they have a 2, not that I need to, but when they have a 2 and I see her respond that way and I finish it off, and I do the other side, do the base of the skull, and I finish the exam and we were talking, I said, what number do you have now? And they go, 4. Thanks a lot. And then I have them put their hand on the side of my head.